Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another pen for review, and this is a very special pen, and this is also a very special day for many people. This is Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas everybody. And this is a pen that I actually bought a little bit before Christmas. This was a pen that I bought at the London Pen Show in October this year. So this is a very special pen, and I will show you why. But first off, I also want to show you something else that I also received with this pen. So I will unbox this in a moment, the pen. But let me unbox the pen first, and I will show you this. So we have here a beautiful, beautiful box that you can see here. Now, if I remove the box, and excuse my studio lighting that you can see here, but if I open this, you will see it is an Onoto, and it is a Magna Carta. And this is a limited edition one of 88 pens worldwide, and this is number 15. So it comes with this little piece of fabric there, and I think you can actually use this as a cleaning cloth. It's certainly something that I have been doing with this pen. So I have owned this pen for a little while, and I have to say I am really loving this pen. Now, if I remove the false tray there, you will find a number of different things. You will find the Onoto custodian card, because believe it or not, we are all custodians of the pens. So we have that. We also have an Onoto brochure, how to care for your Onoto fountain pen, and this goes into a lot of details there about general care for the pen, the nibs, and also how to use inks and filling the pen as well. So I always think that that's a really nice touch from Onoto. And then you have this, which is the 925. This is a 925 sterling silver. So these are the hallmarks that you will also find on the pen as well. And so these are from London, Birmingham, Sheffield, and Edinburgh. So those are the various hallmarks. And then you do actually get a cleaning cloth here as well. If I try to remove this. Now, this is a lovely silver polishing cleaning cloth. And that is something. So if you're not aware, silver pens will tarnish over time, and this will remove the tarnish. So if I put all of these back into this box here, I will now show you the pen. And it comes in this lovely felt pouch here. So if I ease this out, you will see the pen. And what I'm going to do is just remove this out of the way so that you can see this in all its glory. And this is the Onoto Magna Carta, and this pen is created to celebrate the 800th anniversary of the Royal Charter agreed to by King John of England at Runnymede, near Windsor, on the 15th of June in 1215. The Charter was to make peace between the unpopular king and a group of rebel barons, and this is a limited edition one of 88 pens worldwide, and it is made out of solid sterling silver with rose gold plated fittings. It also features an old English and Latin engravings on this burnished sterling silver surface to create a rustic effect, and the cap features King John's seal, which you can see there as well. So this is actually a really, really lovely pen, and I have to say this was a pen that I wanted to own for a while. I've seen similar pens from Onoto. The Onoto workmanship on their pens are absolutely stunning. Certainly the sterling silver pens, all of their pens really, but the sterling silver are really exquisite. So what you can see here is the Onoto clip that you can see there, and it has an aged effect. Now you do also see the engravings of the Magna Carta here on that pen, so you can read all of that engraving. And then you also have here, if I rotate it, you'll see there Magna Carta on the cap band, and then 1215, which is the year of the charter, and you can see the shield there. If I just get that right, and you can see the further engraving all the way around this body, and then you can also see the hallmarks here as well. So this really is a special pen. It's a pen that I am really liking. Now, I did reach out to Feng and James at Onoto Pen Company in the UK and said that this is a pen that I really wanted, and I wanted to try the nib out, and I wanted to do that at the London Pen Show in October this year, because I am normally a medium or a broad nib person. I typically have medium nibs, and I do like writing slightly with broad nibs as well. However, I do have some fine nibs, and I wanted to try a fine nib to see if I would like this on an Onoto. And I tried the fine nib, and I really did like it. So if I unscrew the cap here, you'll see it does have a polished silver section here. It also has a number 7 size, and this is an 18 karat gold nib there from Onoto. Now I do have this inked up because I have been writing with it. So it comes with a standard international converter, but you can see that this is quite a heavy pen. But it's a pen that I like because I do like heavy pens. Now, in terms of the size in my hand, this is a really, really good size for me. I do like the size. Can I post the cap? Not really. It's not designed to do so. If I show you here, it's not going to be secured. And honestly, I wouldn't want to, because you can see in my hand here that this is quite a long pen. Even if I were to hold it up here, if I didn't like a shiny silver section, if I held it up here on the thread or the body more, then it's still going to be pretty long. So for me, I do find that this is a really good size. Now, it does have a polished silver section, and I know a lot of people do find that if you have a silver polished section, that your fingers can slip and slide. I have not had that experience with this section, I have to say. And there is also a lip here which stops your fingers actually moving out off of that section onto the nib and feed. Now the feed is an ABS plastic feed with an 18 karat gold nib there. But you can see that this is a beautiful nib. I do like that scroll work as well. So I do like this pen. It really is a lovely pen. And I actually changed jobs in 2021, and I did feel that this was probably a fitting pen for a change in jobs or change in career. So for me, this was quite an interesting pen, and I have reviewed other Onotos, and I've reviewed the Zuzimo, and that was a really beautiful pen. And but this, for me, speaks a little bit more personally to me. So I decided I was going to pick this one up, and I did. So this is a quite a weighty pen, but I am loving this pen. So I think with that, let's do a size check, we'll do a weight check, we'll do a pen comparison, and then we'll do a writing sample. So the full length of the pen, we are looking at about 158 millimeters in length. The length of the cap, we are looking at 70 millimeters in length. And if I unscrew the cap and take another look, from the tip of the tines on the nib, we are looking at 135 millimeters. So this is a oversized pen, or bordering on an oversized pen. I think normally I say around about 130 millimeters is around about an oversized pen. So certainly for me, this is oversized. And if I put this in my hand, even with a cap on, it is a large pen. So I think with that, let's go and do a weight check. So the full weight of this pen, now this is inked up, but the international converter will hold around about 0.7 milliliters of ink, or 0.7 grams. So this is 93 grams in weight, or 93.71 grams. So 0.7 grams, you can do the math there. The weight of the cap, we are looking at just over 41 grams. And then the weight of the body, we are looking at just over 43 grams. So that is a weighty pen for sure, but it's a pen that I am really, really enjoying. And you can just see here the beauty of this sterling silver aged look, or burnished look. This really is a beautiful pen. So I'm really glad that I was able to pick this up, and I'm really glad that I was able to do so from Feng, and also from James at Onoto. They are really, really good people. Onoto is a great company, and I really do want some more Onotos. So for me, I think that this is my first Onoto, although I've reviewed a bunch of Onoto pens in the past. But for me, this is probably going to be the first of many, because I do like this fine nib. I do like how it writes, and I may look at a medium nib on my next Onoto. There's also something else I do want to show you as well. Now, I did show you something else actually at the start of this review, so I wanted to show you this as well. So this came with the pen. Now, this is a beautiful pen case that Onoto also gave me as well. Now, this unfortunately will not fit the pen, and Feng did mention that, because the pen is a little bit on the longer side compared to a lot of Onotos. But I've been using this pen case for quite a while now, and I am really, really loving it. Now, it has got some marks on the case because I have been using it, but this is a beautiful pen case. It's really a pen wrap, and I can undo it and put that pen in there. Now, you will find that obviously this pen won't fit in there, but Feng did mention to me that that would be the case. But I can put other pens in here. So I think if I show you a Visconti Homo sapiens, it will fit in there just nicely, and I can pop it up, and I can take that to meetings with me. So and now I would have actually, if I'd had another Onoto, I would have put another Onoto in there. But unfortunately, I only have one Onoto at the moment. But I'm pretty sure that that is going to change very soon. But I have to say, I am loving this case a lot. So I wanted to show you that as well. So I think with that, let's do a comparison with other pens. So from left to right, we have an Armando Simone Club Bologna Extra, and this is in the Arco Brown. We have an Armando Simone Club Bologna Extra, and this is in the Black Lucents. We have a Visconti, and this is the Leonardo da Vinci Macchina. We have a Visconti Camelot, a Visconti Last Templar Jacques de Molay. We have an Onoto Magna Carta. We have a Visconti Ecstasy d'Oud, a Visconti Watermark. We have a Montegrappa, and this is the Bartolomeo Ferracina in shiny circles. And we have a Montegrappa Extra 1930 Shiny Lines Dove. So let's do a writing sample. So this is the Onoto Magna Carta, and this is a fine 18 karat gold nib. And the ink in here today is a diamine ink, and it is diamine, and it is Earl Grey, which is a grey ink I like a lot, and I do think a Earl is also a fitting ink for this pen. So for me, that is a good combination. Now, in terms of line variation, what are we looking at here? This definitely is a Western fine line that is putting down. Now, if I push this a bit harder, I can take that to certainly a medium, and that's probably a slightly broad medium, I would say, or medium broad. And then if I do the figure of eights, you can see here the kind of line variation that you're seeing. And as you can see here, there are no hard starts or skips. So that for me is a really, really good tune nib out of the box. Now, there was no tuning done to this nib by either Onoto or by myself. So I think in terms of ink wetness, let's take a look at this. So this is quite a wet nib. Now, it isn't a fire hose nib, but it is pretty wet. So for me, this really is a beautiful writing nib. It does on certain paper have a little bit of pencil-like feedback, so you can kind of hear that a little bit. But I actually like that more nowadays in my nibs. I started off with buttery smooth nibs, and I think we all go through that phase where if you actually have a buttery smooth nib, that you can find, unfortunately, that it will hard start and skip on certain paper surfaces. So for me, with this, I am finding this with the pencil-like feedback that I'm getting from this nib is really, really nice to write with. And honestly, I was a little dubious on about going for a fine nib with this pen. However, when I got to try this at the London Pen Show in October this year, I really did like it. And I was half expecting I was going to try it with a fine nib, then a medium, then back to a fine nib. But I tried it with a fine nib, and I just loved it so much that I decided that I would go for that pen with that nib. So there you have it. That's my Onoto Magna Carta review with a fine 18 karat gold nib. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.